Hello dear students, today we will discuss a beautiful concept. One is a characteristics of a photon, another one is a de Broglie waves or matter waves. Dear students, you already know that photoelectric effect. In photoelectric effect, suppose if you consider that this one is a metal, whenever the suitable frequency of radiation is incident on this metal, then what happens? So this metal emits electrons. So these electrons we consider that photoelectrons, and electric current due to these photoelectrons, so that's when we consider that a photoelectric current. Okay, so this reason, so this suitable frequency of a radiation. So this radiation consists of packets of energy. So radiation consists of packets of energy. So these packets of energy we consider that quanta or photons. Suppose here we consider that this one is a radiation. Okay, so this one is a radiation. And this radiation having a packets of energy packets. It means so this radiation consists of energy packets. So these packets of energy we consider that quanta or photons. Quanta or photons. Okay, so first characteristics, radiation. So radiation consists of packets of energy. So these packets of energy we consider that quanta or photons. Okay, so each packets of energy having h nu amount of energy. It means suppose if we consider that this one is a packets of energy. Packet of energy, and energy value we consider that E is equal to h nu. E is equal to h nu. So this one is energy of a quanta or energy of a photon. So this one is the second characteristics. And the third one we consider that rest mass of this photon is 0. Rest mass of photon is 0. So first one is, so radiation consists of packets of energy. So these packets of energy is called quanta or photons. And each photons energy we consider that E is equal to h nu. And the third one, so rest mass of a photon we consider that 0. So rest mass of photon is 0. Okay, we already know that energy E is equal to h nu. So h means Planck constant and nu means frequency. So this reason, so this energy mainly depends upon frequency. Yes, so energy depends upon frequency. Why? Because h value is a constant. So that's one is a 6.62 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. So this one is a constant value. But new value changes. So this energy is also changes. So this reason energy of photons depend upon frequency. It means energy is directly proportional to the frequency. Whenever the frequency value changes, then what happens? So this photon energy changes, but Planck constant, so this one is remains constant, so 6.62 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. It does not changes. So frequency value changes, then only energy value changes. So next one, the momentum of photon. We consider that momentum generally represented by P. Yes, so this momentum of a photon m into c. So m here we consider that a mass of a photon, and c is a speed of a light. So c is the speed of a light. Why here we consider that a speed of a light? Because so this one is a radiation. The radiation velocity, for example, here we consider that 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So this one is a velocity of a radiation. It means a velocity of a light or speed of a light. So 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. It means so light rays, here we consider that this one is a light rays. So this light rays having a packets of energy. So this light rays, it means a radiation having packets of energy. So this packets of energy we consider that quanta. Yes, energy is nothing but E is equal to h nu, and this energy depends upon a frequency, and the rest mass of a photon we consider that 0. And here, so momentum of this photon, so P is equal to mc. Why here we consider that c? Because c is nothing but a speed of a light. Yes, so this reason the speed of a photon we consider that speed of photon. So speed of photon, so that's one is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Why? Because so this speed is nothing but a speed of a light. Why? Because light consists of packets of energy. So this reason the speed of a photon also we consider that 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So this reason momentum P is equal to mc. Okay, another one formula is there. So momentum P is equal to h divided by lambda. So this is also we consider that a momentum of a photon. Yes. So first one is, so radiation consists of packets of energy. So this packets of energy is called quanta. And the second one, so energy E is equal to h nu, and the rest mass of photon is 0. And the momentum we consider that mc, and the speed of a photon is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. And here, so here we consider that another one is, so this energy is depends upon frequency. So energy depends upon frequency. And next one here, so this photon we consider that electrically neutral. So charge on photon, we don't consider that negative and positive. So charge on photon we consider that electrically neutral. There is no charge on a photon. Okay, so these are all we consider that characteristics of photons. Yes, so charge on photon we consider that electrically neutral. Okay. So next one, matter waves or de Broglie's waves. Okay. So next concept, matter wave or de Broglie wave. Matter waves or de Broglie waves. So matter waves or de Broglie waves. Okay, so here, so matter waves, you already know that so radiation consists of packets of energy. So packets of energy is nothing but a quanta. Yes. So this reason, so matter waves or de Broglie's waves means the wave associated with a moving material particle. Wave associated with a moving material particle. So those waves we consider that matter waves or de Broglie's waves. For example, here we consider that this one is a wave. So these waves consist or associated with moving matters, moving materials. It means here we consider that particles. For example, so this wave associated with some particles like electron or another charged particles. Yes, so these are we consider that a charged particle or we consider that a photon. Yes, so these are all moving materials. So this reason, so de Broglie's waves or matter waves is nothing but the wave associated with a moving material particle. So that's when we consider that de Broglie's waves or matter waves. Okay, so here we want to calculate wavelength of a de Broglie's waves or wavelength of a matter waves. So wavelength of a de Broglie's waves or a wavelength of a matter waves. Okay, so first one, you already know that. So momentum of a photon, we consider that P is equal to h divided by lambda. So lambda we consider that a wavelength. Okay, so here we consider that this one is wave. So this wave associated with a moving materials. It means a material particles. So this reason, so here we consider that so lambda is a wavelength of a de Broglie's waves or matter waves. Lambda is equal to h divided by P. So lambda is equal to h divided by P. So this one we consider that a wavelength of a de Broglie's waves or a matter waves. Okay, you already know that. Suppose here, so particle we consider that a photons. Yes, so photon means a momentum. So momentum of a photon is nothing but a mc. Why here we consider that momentum of photon is mc? Because c is the speed of a light or a speed of a photon. So this reason here, suppose wavelength of a material waves, matter waves or de Broglie's waves, in case we consider that a photon, so here lambda is equal to h divided by mc. Lambda is equal to h divided by mc. It means a wavelength of de Broglie's waves in case we consider that photons. So lambda is equal to h divided by mc. Suppose if we consider that different particles, different matters, then what happens? So velocity value changes. Suppose if we consider that a photon, so velocity we consider that a c. Suppose if we consider that different particle, for example a proton or electron or any other particles, then what happens? Velocity value changes. So this reason here we consider that wavelength lambda is equal to h divided by mv. h divided by mv. Okay, so here c we consider that velocity of a photon, and here we consider that velocity of a different particle. Yes, so velocity of a particle. Suppose if we consider that a photon, so here velocity we consider that c. Suppose if we consider that a different particle, so velocity is a v. Yes, suppose de Broglie wavelength of photons, lambda is equal to h divided by mc. Suppose the different particles, lambda is equal to h divided by mv. Okay, suppose we want to calculate this wavelength value in case of a kinetic energy. It means whenever the particle having a particular velocity, it means it's having a particular kinetic energy. Okay, by using kinetic energy, so here we want to calculate de Broglie's wavelength. Yes, so this reason first we know that relation between kinetic energy and momentum. If you know that relation between kinetic energy and momentum, then we will easily calculate wavelength of de Broglie's. Why? Because so here we consider that lambda is equal to h divided by p. Yes, we know that relation between kinetic energy and momentum, in place of momentum we just put a kinetic energy. This reason first we know that relation between kinetic energy and momentum. So kinetic energy and momentum. Okay, so here kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, and momentum here we consider that mv. Momentum is mv and kinetic energy is half mv square. Okay, so this reason, so momentum P is equal to m into V. Kinetic energy half m V square. So this reason, so kinetic energy is equal to half m V square. So here multiply m by m. Suppose m get cancelled, so kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Okay, so this reason, here we consider that m into m square into v square divided by m. So this m take in this side, it means m into kinetic energy. Is to take in this side, it means 2m to kinetic energy is equal to m square v square. You already know that momentum is equal to mv. So this reason m square v square means p square is equal to 2m into kinetic energy. It means p is equal to whole root of 2m into kinetic energy. Okay, so this one we consider that a relation between kinetic energy and momentum. So this reason, here we consider that de Broglie's waves in de Broglie's waves wavelength in case of a kinetic energy. So that's one lambda is equal to is, so lambda is equal to, we know that equation h divided by p. In place of p, we consider that a relation between momentum and kinetic energy. It means h divided by whole root of 2m into kinetic energy. So this one is a de Broglie wavelength in case of kinetic energy. De Broglie's wavelength in case of kinetic energy. Okay, next one, you already know that maximum kinetic energy. So maximum kinetic energy, we consider that EV naught is, so V naught we consider that a stopping potential, but here kinetic energy we consider that EV naught, it means V means accelerating potential. So this reason, so here lambda is equal to h divided by root of 2m into kinetic energy. So kinetic energy we consider that EV. So this reason E we consider that magnitude of a charge. So this reason here we consider that in place of E is Q into V is. So this reason, so kinetic energy Q into V is. So here total we consider that the first formula de Broglie's wavelength lambda is equal to h divided by p, and so p it means a momentum. Suppose if we consider that a photon, so lambda is equal to h divided by mc. And next one, suppose if we consider that a different particle, so lambda is equal to h divided by mv. Suppose in case we consider that a kinetic energy, so first we know that a relation between a kinetic energy and a momentum. So this reason, so this one is a relation between kinetic energy and momentum. So that's why, so lambda is equal to, so our formula lambda is equal to h divided by p. In place of p we consider that a root of 2m into kinetic energy. Okay, so maximum kinetic energy E V naught, and here we consider that V, it means accelerating potential. So this reason lambda is equal to h divided by root of 2m into qv. Okay, so these are, we consider that de Broglie's wavelength, de Broglie's wavelength. Otherwise we consider that wavelength of matter waves, wavelength of matter waves. Okay, so take one screenshot.